Welcome back. Gumshoe's still guilty. And we have to figure out why he's still guilty. Yeah, I think that was basically it. Wow, that was short. I'm getting worse at this. It's not good. Just realized I could press start any time to save my data, but I don't know what start is on this keyboard. Alright, let's see what happened. Okay, hey bud, what's up? What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? Nice, it smells like flowers. Wait a minute. Something doesn't seem right about that. Uncle Bod. Uncle Bod! Holy crap! Is that Detective Bod and Kay over there? It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. How did she do that unless these guys are really stupid? No, that's not quite it. Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty. She's such a 7-year-old. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Thanks, I'll treasure it always. What was that? Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here. I've got something else for you. Well, he did say Uncle Bad, so... What the heck? Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad! Dang, she loves Swiss rolls. Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy. Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe. Gummy is... Aww. He was trying to be nice to me because I was going to get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. That's adorable. In the weirdest of ways. I know he didn't kill Daddy. I'm pretty sure he didn't either. Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. I'm not crying. Okay. Oh, it's the mister from before and the lady too. Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? But he has an uncle right there. You're not involved in the investigation, so it's best if you do. She can't go home. Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. Uncle Bad? So I'm related to the investigation. Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us like kids not to mess up the crime scene. Now you let the child run free. Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things you wanted to look into. Got a problem with that. Okay, so they're not allowed to go next door. They're allowed to go to this door. Don't have a problem with that, but I'm curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into. Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else, okay? Alright, I'm counting on you. Aw, that's right. Hey, mister. Yes, what is it? I know Gummy isn't that bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay? Aww, that's adorable. Now I have to find a real bad guy. I won't forgive whoever did this, but in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. Nice. She's just so adorable, that doesn't matter. Alright, what else is here? So we can go outside if we want. What's here? What's an incredibly strong scented herbal tea? I fear that more than being relaxing, the scent may make one a bit heady instead. You pooed a special request for that. No wonder she's so violent. If she's drinking this stuff the whole time. I don't see why that's bad, but then again, I'm not allowed to drink this. Are not allowed to actually smell this. Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic. Ever. I don't get it. There's supposed to be a joke in there, but I don't get it. Hey dude, what's up? Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Wow! Oh, and I suppose it has to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. No one cares about your mirror! You've already seen yourself multiple times! You probably know what you look like! I don't have time to waste. Sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't think it works like that. Be that as it may, we still have a question that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. Dang, it was that bad? the ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. There's a smell coming from the other room's window that smells like flowers. That might be important. I didn't think twice and opened the window, but that smell's still here. Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air, it's perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's a cheap, no-name brand. Why does that matter, she said. It's a famous brand from overseas. Nice try, man! It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Why us? I don't see. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Okay, so we apparently have this as evidence now. So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm gonna back into the investigation. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. So we get the 4 little... yeah, we got this. Alright, so during recess, I'm pretty sure this is Faraday's brother now. Because the Uncle Bad thing was like, whoa! Was not expecting that. So you were in this room the entire recess? Like I said, I made a call to the president to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. At least your story is consistent. That actually makes sense, to be honest. Either earlier, you stated that you were in the lobby with Miss Yu. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. Then what were you saying? Is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival? You and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations? Guess I am. Interesting. So, neither of them has an alibi before Gumshoe came. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. She does? Really? I didn't notice that. Let's see, Miss Yu is a sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bott is the lead detective on that case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case. Dang, you knew. I also know that today's trial involved a Codopian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. I thought that was kind of obvious considering we're the ones prosecuting at that case, I think. I'm not quite sure what's going on, to be honest. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incident, so we know nothing about these 2 incidents. If you already know that much, I guess I'd be alright to tell you. So let's learn about the KG-8 incident a little more. Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident. It's not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you 2 will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. Oh man, this is gonna get big, and that was a lollipop the entire time, I keep forgetting! Oh boy, this should be interesting! We don't know anything. Faraday, you and I. As you already know, we 3 were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. You mean the smuggling case involved one of the Amano Group's secretaries? Yeah, the Amano Group is supposed to be that big ringleader's smuggling operation at this point in time. That trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah, that case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Devore. Oh, I get it now. That's how we know Colin Devore. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. So, he didn't know anything about the smuggling ring, but he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devore was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. Do we know the big boss man? But is he the... I can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That's what I'm thinking. Is he meaning the boss man? That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bod's personal hypothesis. I don't know, though. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Romano of being involved with smuggling? I suppose it would have been difficult to secure an acquittal after he's confessed. Then what happened with, what's face? Lion, wolf, tiger dude? What happened with him? Why is he part of this now? But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted of once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? Dang. If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece. I was supposed to protect them both. Miss Yu did mention that as well. Dang, Bod must be very sad about how Detective Bod was supposed to guard her sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap. Their trap? What kind of trap? The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. You mean, wait, was he shot at? What, was he shot at? What? What's going on? You were shot at that many times in one gunfight, and he survived? No. Okay, never mind. That works. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG-8 incident. I see. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned, and that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. Wait, what? I don't get what's going on. Cece, Faraday, and this guy were all part of the KG-8 incident. We're investigating a smuggling ring. Cece died. The guy that he suspected got killed. And that's all I got. About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict of the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes, Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. Dang! Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. I'm just thinking about the idea of how did that become a laughing maniac? If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been the punishment enough. Dang, I suppose not. You said it herself. That she never wanted to see either of us ever again. But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. So we still don't know who the big boss who made Colin Devorai take the fall for his secretary thing happened. Is the ring really that big? It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor and I, as the lead detective, took the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. Her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yeah. Yu was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason. Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. What? I don't remember that. I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. I don't get what she means by that. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. Oh! Oh, I get it. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. Dang. I couldn't have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are. How dare you insult the daughter of Von Karma? That doesn't mean you're higher than the law, dude. Just like you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. So they gave up on the law? That's all. The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it. Only the skill of a craftsman. You two are still too young. But one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. That's all you're gonna say about that? Okay, let's do the relation to Kay Faraday then. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Okay, so they're not brothers. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be big, giant explosions and stuff, but never mind. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. Dang, don't say that. Did we touch a nerve? I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Okay, but who was then? Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I wouldn't be doing that either. I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary. Why is the Yatagarasu so important in this case, though? So you claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu. What? The KG-8 incident and this second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who wants to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is no point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Hey, he had a point there. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already. I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time. The real Yatagarasu? That doesn't make sense, a reason, huh? And so in order to catch Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu. If it will help you solve this case. I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu. What was that? It's an outburst, Floor. You almost made me whip you by accident. Nice. Did he actually whip? No, what? Why? Still accidentally whipped me angrily. There are three main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. That's pretty amazing of that. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. Dang, he really has faith in this guy. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away. But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove he wasn't. Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. Dang, she's really annoying Kay. Francisca. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yatagarasu. Dang, we're learning a lot from this guy. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media, but not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I and a select few others knew about. In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A special card that only Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure. And just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. Ah, and that's how Detective Bod knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'll be much appreciated, sir. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Wow, I could not slur my words even worse at that time. What does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. I forgot this philosophy of law in every Edgeworth game, or every Ace Attorney game. I become a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Wow. And I guess we'll do that next episode. So next episode, we're seeing what happens in this next part of the judge and stuff. And just please comment, like, subscribe. I'm out.